How's it going everyone, Zfiles here, and in this video I'm going to be testing the 6 main ways that players bridge in Minecraft Bedrock Edition to find out which method is the best. Bridging is mostly used in PvP Minecraft, especially in minigames such as Skywars and Treasure Wars. However, bridging can also be extremely handy when just playing normal survival mode Minecraft. The bridging methods that will be covered in this video range from shift bridging to safe bridging all the way up to TNT bridging. So the first and absolute worst way to bridge in Minecraft Bedrock is shift bridging, the original bridging method. This method began with Java Edition and made its way into Bedrock Edition before new and easier bridging mechanics were implemented, which we'll talk about in the next method of bridging. Shift bridging just involves crouching and slowly moving backwards and or sideways while holding down the place block button. To travel a distance of 32 blocks using this bridging method, it took me 24 seconds. This means the average speed of shift bridging in Bedrock Edition is 1.33 blocks per second. With better technique, you might be able to get a bit faster than this, but not by much. Shift bridging speed is extremely slow compared to every other type of bridging in Bedrock Edition, which is why it's so bad. The reason some Bedrock players use this method could be that they've played Java, watched people play Java, or played Bedrock before the new bridging mechanics were added. In all these cases, they are unaware of the new Bedrock ways of bridging, which brings us to our second type of bridging, basic Bedrock bridging. The type of bridging that can only be used in Bedrock Edition due to the version's easier and more efficient bridging mechanics. These mechanics were implemented to make life easier for mobile and console players, as well as PC players who decide to purchase the Bedrock Edition of the game. With these mechanics, you are able to bridge without the need to see the edge of the block that you are on. All you need to do is be standing on the last block of your platform, look forward and down a bit, and then place a block. In order to hold down the place block button, instead of having to press it every single time, you need to place the block and then quickly walk onto it. Once you do that, you can just keep walking and blocks will be placed. If you take too long to walk onto the first block you place, then your block will be built vertically instead of horizontally, and if you walk onto the block too quickly, then no other blocks will be placed and you'll end up falling. So timing is key in doing this correctly. Since bridging this way is dangerous if you haven't mastered it, it's probably a good idea to stick to placing one block at a time if you're in a very serious situation. For example, bridging in the nether in hardcore mode. But once you master the timing, you'll be fine. Thanks to basic Bedrock bridging, you can walk normally instead of needing to crouch while bridging. But it gets better than this. You can also choose to sprint instead of walk, or even sprint jump. And you don't even need to start the bridge one way or another. You can change from walking to sprinting to sprint jumping and vice versa at any time of the bridge. Doing this instead of starting with sprinting or sprint jumping is a lot safer, but also a bit slower. To travel a distance of 32 blocks using the walking Bedrock bridging method, it took me 8 seconds. With sprinting, it took 6 seconds. And with sprint jumping, it took 5 seconds. This means the average speed of basic Bedrock bridging ranges from 4 blocks per second at walking speed, to 5.3 blocks at sprinting speed, to 6.4 blocks at sprint jumping speed. The speed of basic Bedrock bridging is incredibly fast, being 4.8 times faster than shift bridging at its maximum speed. However, there are some problems with this bridging method. First of all, since the way you start this bridging method takes some time, it makes its bridging speed not as fast as it could be. The startup is also kinda dangerous in sprint jumping, as it's difficult to do. Secondly, it's hard to see what's in front of you while bridging, since you have to be looking down in order for this method to work. This could be dangerous as you won't know if there's an enemy in front of you or not, until you stop bridging. And third, this type of bridging easily lags out when sprint jumping, if you have a bad connection or bad ping to the server that you are playing on. The next type of bridging solves the first problem of the slow and dangerous startup when trying to sprint jump. The type of advanced bridging that I'm talking about is jump bridging. To perform the jump bridge, you need to first place a block, at least 2 blocks away from the edge of the platform that you are on. So there will be 2 blocks between the block you placed and the edge. And then get on the block, look almost all the way down, then hold down sprint, jump, and the place block button all at the same time. When learning how to jump bridge, you realize that the startup time is pretty slow, slower than the startup time for the sprint jump from the previous bridging technique, However, once you get the hang of jump bridging, it will take no time at all. To travel a distance of 32 blocks by jump bridging, it took me 4.49 seconds. So the average speed of jump bridging is 7.127 blocks per second. This is 11% faster than the average speed of sprint jump bridging using the basic Bedrock Bridging method. This is an insanely fast bridging speed. However, the issues of having difficulty to see what's in front of you and the bridge glitching out if you have bad connection still persist. Luckily for us, the fourth bridging method takes care of both of those problems. Safe bridging, one of the best ways to bridge in all of Minecraft Bedrock. Safe bridging allows you to not only easily see what's in front of you, but also lets you have an active range of placing 5 blocks in front of you, rather than just a range of 1 block, like in the previous methods of bridging. Having a lot more range when bridging gives you more time to stop running when you notice that your bridge glitches out due to you making a mistake or having network issues. Glitches with the previous 2 bridging methods give you pretty much 0 time to realize something is wrong before you fall off your bridge. To safe bridge, all you need to do is look forward 3 to 5 blocks in front of you, start moving forward, and then start holding the place block button down. Then jump on top of the bridge while still holding the place block button down. You can safe bridge either by walking, sprinting, or even sprint jumping. Once you get the hang of safe bridging, you can jump straight onto the bridge without walking into the first block. Safe bridging is the easiest and safest way to bridge in Minecraft Bedrock. It even lets you have a block placement range of up to 5 blocks. However, it could still be improved. While it is possible to sprint jump while safe bridging, you decrease your active block placement range from up to 5 to up to 4. There is also the problem of the bridge often glitching out if you are playing on an online world or server that you have a bad network connection to. So while the speed of safe bridging can reach 7.127 blocks per second a lot of the time, it can be unreliable on a lot of online worlds and servers when sprint jumping. And even if you have no problem with network connections, you are still sacrificing a bit of block placement range when sprint jumping. So for a lot of players, the average speed will be 5.612 blocks per second, due to sprinting rather than sprint jumping. Luckily for us, the next type of bridging takes care of both of those problems, which brings us to the 5th type of bridging, MJ bridging. MJ bridging is basically just safe bridging with some extra spice that helps it deal with reduced range and bad network connections. All you need to do to make safe bridging into MJ bridging is to bob your head every time you jump. As you ascend into the air, slightly look down, and as you start to descend, slightly look back up again. By simply mastering this head bobbing technique, you'll be able to 1. Reliably bridge, while 2. Sprint jumping at a speed of 7.127 blocks per second, with 3. A block placement range of up to 6 blocks, and 4. Having a good view of what's in front of you. MJ bridging is considered the best way to bridge in Minecraft Bedrock. But is it the fastest? Well, no, actually. There is another way to bridge that is even faster than MJ bridging, and it's called TNT Bridging. TNT Bridging is achieved by placing an explosive, like TNT or the Hive's boombox, behind your bridge before you begin bridging. This technique is quite difficult and isn't used often. The best type of bridging that goes well with this is jump bridging. This is because it gives you enough time to start bridging before the explosion goes off, and you also need to be looking pretty far down for the blocks to actually place. Due to the explosion's knockback, you're able to travel 32 blocks in just 3.2 seconds. This means the average speed when traveling distances of around 32 blocks is 10 blocks per second, which is 40% faster than MJ bridging and jump bridging, and 7.5 times faster than shift bridging. The easiest way I found to TNT bridge was to first place a block 2 blocks away from the edge, hop on the block, walk backwards a bit, place the explosive, quickly walk up a bit, and then start jump bridging. Also make sure that you're running parallel with your bridge. If you get better at TNT bridging, then you can place the explosive before beginning the bridge, allowing you to save more time. While TNT bridging is the fastest way to bridge, it's not necessarily the best. The 2 main reasons why TNT bridging isn't commonly used is because it is very dangerous, and explosives are a lot harder to come by than just regular blocks. Since TNT bridging utilizes jump bridging, you also don't have as much block placement range or a view of what's in front of you, like you do with safe bridging and MJ bridging. The only reasons that you would want to TNT bridge would be to flex your amazing bridging skills, or if you for some reason wanted to bridge in the fastest way possible. But not gonna lie, it does feel pretty cool while you're doing it. So there we go, the 6 main ways to bridge in Minecraft Bedrock. So which way is the best way? Well, shift bridging is definitely the worst, never use it. Basic Bedrock Bridging isn't the fastest way to bridge, however it is still very useful for crossing small gaps, as the more advanced bridging methods require more space to start up. Jump bridging is just an inferior version of MJ bridging. Safe bridging is an amazing way to bridge. It's easy to do, it's safe, and it's pretty fast. MJ bridging is the next level of safe bridging. It's a little harder to do, but if you're able to do it, you'll have more reliability and more range. And lastly, TNT bridging, a very rare type of bridging which is mainly just used for showing off. So what is the best way to bridge in Minecraft Bedrock? The answer to that question is MJ bridging. But to be the best bridger that you can be, MJ bridging accompanied by basic Bedrock bridging is the way to go. MJ bridge whenever you have a medium or long distance to cover, and basic Bedrock bridge when crossing smaller gaps or making turns. Well, we have now reached the end of this video. If you enjoyed or found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, and also make sure to be subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.